on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the 10 most valuable cards in Battle Partners, the Japanese set of Journey Together. This is the set that we're going to be getting for Journey Together. So this is where a TCG player, they normally kind of put these up. I typically don't really go after these and kind of look at these and go over these, because once Japanese kind of comes out, I don't really pay attention to them typically, you know what I mean, like that. I mean, who pays attention to Japanese? just kidding. But like, you know what I mean, like, so we kind of wanted to go over this. And what's crazy, this box is actually kind of staying a good price. It's staying above $100. And what's interesting too is the box, the Battle Partners, Japanese has confirmed they're going to be printing a lot of this and Terrestrial Festival, we're going to be printing a lot of it. I might be picking some of this up. We'll have to see what happens. I doubt, I probably won't pick up Battle Partners, but Terrestrial Festival, depending what the price gets to, I might pick up a little bit, but we'll see really how that goes, and y'all will probably know that whenever if I do get it. So we'll see what happens. Battle Partners, this set has a lot of cards in it, and there's one big reason why I wanted to go over this set today. There's one card in this set is absolutely going crazy on the internet, absolutely going crazy. If you know, you know. You've already seen this card. It's a beautiful card, absolutely crazy card, and one of the cards that's the rarest card in this set. Like I said, if you know, it's not a card that you can pull. I mean, it's not a card that's like one of the arts or something like that you can pull. It's an air card. It's a beautiful card. We'll look at that here in a little bit. Card's going for an extreme amount of price, extremely crazy price. Crazy. But let's see, let's go through these cards. These are the top 10 most valuable cards in Reshiram. We kind of already figured this card was going to be up there. This was published, I think, like 2 or 3 days ago, so these prices can fluctuate. I think I've seen a couple of these like earlier when I looked it up. I think some of these are a little lower, a little higher, so you know what I mean, like that. This is where you'll typically, but these are typically kind of what the top 10 is and kind of where they're going for. So we'll see how this really price goes. Ins Reshiram is number 10, $31. Beautiful card. This is going to be our box topper for our Journey Together for English, so it's going to be nice whenever this comes to English. Let's see what number 9 is. Oh, the Volcarona. This card's actually really cool. I didn't see this. Whenever I went over the Battle Partner set, the full set, this card literally came out later that day. This card's actually really cool. I like this card. Does it change the set? No, not at all, but I like the set card. It's really nice. I like kind of I like this card. I want to see it in person to kind of get a better feel for it. In my personal opinion, the volcano that I like kind of better is the one from Groudon. The Groudon illustration from Paradox Rift, that's the best card. Like, the illustration, honestly, in my opinion, beautiful card, absolutely amazing card. I love Groudon, so I guess I'm a little biased here, but that's what kind of this reminds me of. And I'd have to see this card in person to actually be able to understand the art and see how it actually looks, but it does look really cool. I like the art and seeing how it is. But number 9, what is it going for? About $70, kind of crazy. What's interesting too to me is a lot of these cards are staying really high in price. Typically, Japanese cards fall down in price massively, especially the biggest card, which the biggest card isn't falling down. It probably will gain its value over time, but the second biggest card that they call on here is the biggest card is kind of still staying at the same price. The Salamence SIR. I might buy this card. I was thinking about it, but I want to buy it for English and get a PSA 10 in it. There's like 2 big cards right now in English that I want to get. One is the Salamence, and the second, like the Celadridge from Prismatic Evolutions, I want to get that in a PSA 10. I'd like to get the Salamence in a PSA 10 in English from Journey Together, but we'll see what happens. That'd be just something for the personal collection, because those 2 cards right there, I love those 2 cards. So we'll see how that goes. So that card's sitting around $70, which is not bad, honestly, for SAR. It's not bad. We got the Inzura. This one right here is a normal one. Like I said, we'll look at the other one later on that is selling for like 10 times or like 15 times whatever this is. It's crazy. Beautiful card. It's a really cool card. So this is number 9, or number 7. Beautiful card. $80, $84. Stand for a good price. Lily's Clefairy. This is what's interesting to me is this is just a secret. This is like a full art, and look how much it's selling for. Kind of crazy, really, actually. But beautiful card, selling for about $74. Hope's Zacian. I think it's Zacian. I think that's right. So it's selling about $85. Like I said, some of these are staying at a really high price, honestly. Typically for Japanese, they mostly like fall in price. Like this would be like $50, $60, but they're still staying a good price. That's just the market we are in right now. This one right here, I pulled myself. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. I messed up. I actually sold this card. I sold this card for like $100, I think it was, and look at it now, $144. You see what I'm saying? Typically in some of these markets, when you're selling stuff early, you know what I mean, it's good to hold on to some of these cards. I messed up, you know, it's okay. I wasn't really worried. I mean, it's nice to have the cash and stuff like that, so you know, I took it for what it is. I sold it on eBay, so you know what I mean. But it kind of happens. And guess what? It's the number 4 card of the set. I pulled this card when I opened the box. It's crazy. But you know, you lose some, you win some. You don't win them all. So that's what I've learned. This is the second time this has happened to me. The second time this has happened to me, that whenever I've sold a card too early, or I sold it right when it came out, it went up in price. The Eevee Masquerade, that one right there, I sold it when I was like $50. Right now it's sitting for like $120 some. You know what I mean? I sold that card early too, which, you know, you can't win them all, so, you know, it's nice to have the cash. And it paid for the box. That was the main thing, kind of, I was wanting to get back the money. I made money on this box, kind of, really, which is kind of interesting, which typically doesn't really happen, honestly, when you open Japanese. I've been getting really extremely lucky in Japanese recently, though. Extremely lucky. This is number 3. This one's gonna go with, just wait, we have another card of this, but it's gonna be another one, an air one. Beautiful card, absolutely amazing card. But this one's sitting for about $173. I like this card really. This is gonna be one of the top chases, I feel like, in Journey Together whenever it comes out. We'll have to really see how that goes and see how that goes. We'll see what happens. This is Iono's Billy Bolt. This one's sitting for around $300. Oh my goodness gracious. I think whenever this card came out, it was about the same price. Typically most of these has kind of sit around the same price. The one that's gone up is the one that I sold, is Iono, which is crazy, but you know, it happens. This card's really cool. I like the SAR version of it. Beautiful card. This will probably be another top chase card. But the number one card that will be a top chase card in English, I think, and I feel like it will be, is this Lily's Clefairy. This is the one that they think is number one, but there's a card that's triple this price. Like I said, if you know, well, you know. We'll be talking about it here in a second. But yeah, Lily's Clefairy, I think this is going to be a big chase card in English. I see everybody wanting to go after this card. I like how the green is, like the grass is. It looks really, really well done. I can't wait to see this card in person. Like when I've seen it online and the way the pattern is looking on it, it looks like an amazing card. The artwork looks so beautiful, so beautiful. So, what do you say number one is? What do you think number one is? Well, guess what? Number one is this Ins Zurark. It's an air card. It is an air card. Have you seen this card? This card is selling for around $1,500 to like $1,000. That is crazy. Look at this card. But the way the card looks is really, really nice. So if you don't know what it is, if you don't know what this card is, I'll kind of explain to you how it's like the air of it and what it is. Okay, so we got this card right here. We got the Ins Zurark. Okay, so this little face, like the Zurark and like the ends, you can see them in that gold card. So it's that card and this card right here together. But the other one, the one that we just looked at, the SAR, is together with this card. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a pretty cool card. If you can kind of see it, you can kind of see it in the pictures somewhat a little bit. If they actually get a good picture of it, it looks really, really nice. And it's really, really rare to find too. There's only been a couple of them. You see what I'm talking about? You see how you can kind of see it right here? Like a little bit, if you kind of turn the card the other way, you'll be able to see it, but it's really nice. The card looks amazing to me personally. I don't really typically kind of go after air cards, I would say. Like they're not really like a card that I really like. Some of them I really like this one right here is really nice. I can't wait till this card gets graded and everything like that. It's gonna be beautiful. This card is gonna go for an extreme amount when it gets graded, but this is one card it's really rare to find in Japanese. That's why it's selling for such a high price, and one of them put bids. This was the first one to get sold that I've seen listed. This one right here, the $1,500 one. This is the air community in Pokemon. I would suggest you, if you have cards, go through them, because you might be able to find some airs. I mean, if you have a big collection like I do, and just random cards, you know what I mean, like that's kind of hard to find. But whenever you're like opening packs and stuff like that, look out for airs, because airs in this hobby get a good premium on them, a really high premium, really, really high premium. Especially ones like this. Like this one right here is really like, this is the best air card I think I've found and that I've seen, besides the one from CTR. He pulled Cool Trainer Ryan. He pulled the, I guess, Gengar from, I forgot what set it was, but like it had a big missing from the top. That's one of the cooler, another like better ones that I've seen. I've seen some really interesting air cards, but this one has to top it off the most, and this is the one that I've seen sell for the most expensive price. Like I said, beautiful card. Hope this they do this in English, I guess, even with that. We'll see what happens. What is crazy too to kind of think, and what I've seen a lot of people say, is Japanese is typically really good with their printing. They're top tier, especially the grades on the cards. Like they're top tier grades. You mean like that? Like you send in a Japanese card, it's way easier to get a 10 on your Japanese cards than it is to get your English. English, you know what I mean, like that. They kind of just throw it in there and kind of just print them and stuff like that. But Japanese is actually really, really well. So it's crazy to see how this is. We don't know exactly how many is out there or anything like that. There's only been 4 or 5 pulled so far that we've seen. I see about 4. Yeah, that's all we've seen really. Yeah, I say about 4. These 4 right here. So that's kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. So wait till these cards get graded. These are probably gonna get graded, come back. Some will probably sell for like $3,000 or something like that. But it's an air card. Air cards are it's one of the rarest, like some of the rarest cards in the Pokemon hobby, because they're airs. You know, like that you can't find these in boxes. Sometimes you can kind of, if you get them from the same distributor and stuff like that, it could happen that way. There's a lot of different things that kind of happen with this to see how this happens. But this was kind of one of the cards that I wanted to go over and talk about, because I love this card personally. So you know, it'd be nice. One day I might own it. I doubt it. If I open more battle partners, it'd be crazy to pull it. That'd been crazy to pull this card. It really would have. But you know, it's crazy to see. Like look how much more expensive it is than the top card of battle partners. Like I said, it's the rarest card. That's why it's really, really hard to pull, and people love air cards. You see, this one's selling for like $500. This one's selling for like $1,700. It's crazy. Or $1,500, like $1,000 to $1,500 mark, which is crazy. So let me know what y'all think about this beautiful air card. Love the card. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think about battle partners. Have y'all been opening any? I haven't since I did that video. But see you on the next one. Peace.